Welcome back to Pisces TV with Montana B. This is a reading for the collective, alright? As we get started, take a seat, take a deep breath, grab your drinks, and get ready for some entertainment because I'm silly. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I don't mean any harm. And to all of my returners, thank you for your continued support. I appreciate all of the watchers, whether you're new or, you've seen a few. In the description box, all of the information you need, I promise. Contacting me, products and services, booking a reading, everything, okay? Here on YouTube, we have the community board. So when there are specials, which I post them every day, these steps and the process, prices and information, all there, okay? Some new merchandise we're rolling out as we gear up all of the courses, classes, mentorships for your businesses, your YouTube channel, tarot, or whatever it is you need help with, right? Check that out. There's a link to Patreon in the description box to join us on the other side, and we'll go ahead and get started with the reading. I like to do an intuitive introduction, right? So when I saw Hot Seat and Temptation with a little bit of horseplay, I was like, wait a minute, we got the Pegasus. Where is we going with this child? And I will say that the Hot Seat was in the reverse. I don't think this deck has reversals, but I wanted to point that out for all of you that are here. As we read from the Tantric Oracle, okay, the Tantric Dakini, all right, you have the number 4, 57, and 47. So you keep getting all these sevens, Pisces, and I kept the card at the bottom of the deck because there seemed to be this row of fire and water, okay? How about that? Now, all of my fire signs and air signs and water signs, we're going to do some collective love readings soon. So subscribe so that you receive that notification. All right. Now, we start out with the number 4. 4 is a very powerful number. Aries, the emperor, the head. Hot seat. Why? All right. Well, the hot seat bears the number 4, signifying the deeper self rooted in firm foundations and convictions. It is the even number of balance, the 4 pillars of the universe, the 4 directions. This card has some affinity with the Emperor of Tarot. A fine carved wooden throne is depicted situated out in space. Surrounded by solar flames and balls of fire, the throne itself has base of carved lions, symbolizing the enormous power of any person sitting on this exalted place. It is a position of great responsibility, Pisces. From the seat of the throne, great flames issue forth, indicating the tremendous, masculine, transforming power inherited here. This power is related to spiritual and secular authority. The seat is that of a master of the universe. Any person prepared to take such a position should first be that adequate work, okay, has been achieved, and he or she is prepared for responsibility. All right, now, under the seat is depicted the mystic stone of scone. So who else is with me? Hit the like button if after this video you're gonna go Google stone of scone, because I'm gonna go see over which many battles have been fought and many lives lost. I still want to know what it is. Here it is, still only a stone, though it has a practical function as a support once the flames have been overcome. This card indicates being put on the spot, child, that a position of authority or responsibility has been thrust upon you and that you are obliged to make themselves equal to it. So, baby, you have been put here, okay, or you will be, and you got to oblige. There's a great sense of urgency here, responsibility, where decisions have to be made. Demanding inner conviction and powers of leadership. All right, all of my masculines specifically, and ladies, don't trip, you have the power as well. It tells us of a way through to realization of ambitions, particularly those relating to authority and power. All right, in the base center, it indicates fortification of the raw energy of transformation leading to fulfillment. It also talks about fire, which is related to digestion. Okay, so you're going to have to digest this. Acceptance of the responsibility, energy through the higher will, transforming the blended psyche. I love that. See? So where the hot seat would scare most, like, ooh, who's sitting in the hot seat, which is what my little childish self thought. Here you are being put in this position, and baby, you better be ready. If you're not ready, you better get ready for this, because this card started the reading out. Now here in the center of the reading, we have temptation with the snake, honey, and not one apple, but we got two, okay? Temptation bears the number 57, signifying the path of occult choice. According to the classification by elements, this is an earth card. So cool. Normally related to the suit of pentacles in the minor arcana of the traditional tarot. All right? A snake representing the temper or the tempted pokes a head with extended tongue between two apples. All right. Symbolizing earthly temptation and the divine apple of cosmic knowledge. A situation is shown where a choice has to be made between two things. Okay, so you have this being put in this chair on the forefront. You know, somebody may put you on the spot. I do like that. And I think they're going to put you on the spot with a choice. And as I said that, my notifications went off. So somebody's going to be put on the spot with a choice, okay? Just know that. And you're going to have to make, I feel like, a head over heart type of answer or analogy here. If they're putting you in this authoritative position, or if there is a person in the position of authority, however that falls, okay? Because it does talk about a choice and two things. But hey, it's not apples and oranges. You got two apples at the least, okay? As above, so below, and at the same time, the snake represents the kundalini, the sexual energies, having chosen, okay, having to choose ascent to the head or descent to the base, okay? So there's like a, see, it's kind of like a top or a bottom, I don't know. So invoking divine wisdom or earthly power. So here you have this masculine energy, and then you have this divine wisdom here, which I think is more of feminine energy. A tempting offer is what it is, Pisces. A tempting offer. Yet a decision has to be made, which should be based on your highest motivations. A situation where one has the chance to gain much if the correct standpoint is maintained. All right? Definitely like that. Now, we don't want to do the indecision, so be mindful of that. Okay? It could be an initiation to come. All right? So keep that in mind. This does represent a positive outcome. So I can't say that each choice is positive, but the card, I feel strongly that you will make the most of your decisions, okay? It also talks about a doorway through a realm, yet needing right action in order to progress without falling on the way. See what I'm saying? And the last card we have here, the number 47, which talks about a little bit of heart, a little bit of horseplay. We got cups. So we went from the Emperor's fire to the temptation of the pentacles, okay? And now we have the cups in the horseplay. So the number 47 signifying the self-moving along the occult path of spontaneity. According to the classifications, this is a water card. 3 white horses plunge inland across a glistening seashore. Evocation of white horses which appear as foamy crests of waves out in the ocean when swept by the wind. The central horse of the group is winged, indicating that, like Pegasus, he is the messenger of the gods, carrying teachings from another dimension. The 3 horses symbolize fantasy as a wave of inspiration. On the wet sand, an extra horse with a rider is reflected, reminiscent of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, so suggesting the end of the known reality and the entry into another. So this decision is going to be huge. This tempting offer is going to be, I feel, a big deal. Now in the foreground, 2 reddish horses relate affectionately to each other, their position and color evoking the feeling of play within the heart, liberated from worldly concerns, just as on the threshold of the apparent world, the inner spirits play. So a doorway through to the spontaneous imagination. This card suggests that fantasy is giving precedence related to the location on the tree of life. a transcendent experience or message which brings joy to the heart and lightness to the spirit. Definitely love that. Could be romantic, quote unquote, sexual for some of you. Others of you, it's just something that may bring equilibrium or stability and security to a situation that could be unstable, because we still have the Emperor at the front of the reading. And also it does talk about an experience, a message from the other world, okay, as a result of a worldly question. So some of you, there may be some questions and there may be an answer. And with that, expeditiously, what's your call? Red or blue pill, okay? That is what I got. I do hope that it helps. Until next time, Pisces, namaste.